Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to the Blindness of Eternity. When last we left off, we had just entered Baldur's Gate. If I say Baldur's Gate, I meant Defiance Bay. Whichever place it is, we just entered it, and we are now ready to explore it, I guess. I have no idea. We're looking for some queen here, but this place doesn't have a queen, so presumably we're looking for a religious leader.
No problem.
Of some sort. Spilled tea, empty ink pots, and one detailed sketch of a fire-breathing old dwarf for all the fire-breathing old dwarf. So I have a bit of self-control. Get myself refreshed. So,
Yeah.
I think this would be stealing, so we're gonna do that. Hey, Wherein, how's it going?
Gods keep you.
My whale's eyeless face, you are one short over. But why are you green, and how are you getting the ducks to keep flying around you like that? I'm not an ogre. He cautiously reaches out his hand towards you, then pulls back. Better not. Ducks are poisonous. He beams at you and nods his head. Gonna go to number 1, I guess? Yes, I am a scrivener. I read books, I write books. I once ate a book, but only because it looked like a sweet pie. Or perhaps it was a sweet pie baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh, I'm also a collector of herbs, flowers, plants. I sell them. Mostly I eat them. Okay, tell me about this place. It's where the scriveners who work at the Hall of Revealed Mysteries sleep. I'm a scrivener. This place smells like old stockings. Well, so we can purchase some crap from him. Nothing too interesting.
Eh?
Laying low.
Sturdy bunks are topped with thin blankets and even thinner mattresses.
Slow and silent.
I'm just popping into stealth to see if there's any hidden things to detect.
Laying low. And what does the flame reveal?
A rancid stench rises from this basin. The dishes at the top of the pile are flecked with morsels of meat and cheese. Those at the bottom are coated in a slimy fuzz.
Keeping an eye out.
Ooh. Maybe I should, like, clean up. That's just revolting. Sturdy bunks are topped with a thin blanket. I guess I already came in here.
Hello.
No, I didn't. I came into the other one and it had the same. Okay, so that's disturbing. Yeah, it doesn't actually say that these things produce for recovery off the items themselves.
Let's see what lies this way.
Fuckers. Taking people's crap right from the Justicars. Good call. So we'll just pop in here, because why not? This painting depicts a famous scene from The Light of Dawn, in which a traveler and a ghost happen upon a starving man. You know what I forgot to do? Is set my timer. Kind of important, guys, since I tend to be long-winded. Hour. So this video will be a little over an hour long.
Keeping an eye out.
Let's count this. Ooh. Unlocking this will require the proper key. Okay, so we can loot this house freely. I don't know why we can loot this house freely, but we can. So let's go down here. Some other person's house. Chanters can do more than just chant. Addict? What are these people doing? Oh, wait, what's happening? Am I imagining this?
Shh.
So we have druggies. There's the drug. A crude bed for some... A couple of crude beds have been improvised from the assortment of tattered blankets and pillows. Dribbles of some dark liquid stain the fabric. Furnace goes with the best supply. Top floors off limits. Let's always peel the labels from these bottles. They're stuffed with a dark, gunky pulp that gives off pungent odor.
Slow and silent.
I don't think I want to leave that. Guard holds up a hand as you approach. You can turn right back around. The lower floor is all yours, but nobody goes upstairs. I'm going to go for number 1. Because you'll be breathing through new holes in your neck if you head up there, that's why. Just mind your own business. Once you're on the stuff, you're not going to care much where you are anyway. So I wonder what's up there. Is this legal? I don't know that drugs were illegal back
Hello.
in this kind of world usually. The man before you flashes you a toothy and rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Pernus, and this is my humble abode and place of business. And I do hope you're here for some business. You know, number 2. Sure, right, very perceptive. This business attracts some less pleasant types. Sometimes the clientele get a little pushy, and every so often someone even turns out to be snooping into things they shouldn't, and lessons have to be taught. I'm sure you're too smart to get wrapped up in all that, of course. I keep it simple. If you have the coin, I have the stuff. You're free to make use of the premises as long as you don't do anything stupid and you don't get to tangling with the other customers. Now, what can I get for you? Yeah, what's the stuff? You serious? Stuff's worth every pond, my friend. It's incredible. Lets you see your own soul, and you're looking at Defiance Bay's first and foremost vet merchant. Okay, so... Interesting. His old self.
Eh?
Yeah, no kidding. So he's definitely looking, acting bizarre. Now, this guy claims that he's using something that relates to souls, which immediately piques our interest, of course. What? Whoops. That's unintentional. We are way too tired for this crap. I wasn't going upstairs, I was just looking around on this level. Okay, so... I'm gonna have Itimak provide a distraction because that's how I like to handle animal companions.
On your word.
I would be a horrible pet owner. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's get him out of the way. And let's see, you...
Ready, Watcher.
These guys need to all attack this
Eh?
one. I'm actually gonna have him use a knockdown here if possible. So that's them partially dealt with. I'll knock this guy down again.
How may I help?
Okay, so that's not nearly as much damage as I'd like to be doing. what? He's completely uninjured? Okay, he is not having a good time. I should have probably used this spear instead of
Yes?
what I was doing. So, Adair could kill the mercenary, so his target's destroyed. Sagani's already knocked over. I'm gonna have to
Hey.
swap over to this guy,
Hi?
and we'll drop this over here. This guy's knocked over, so we're gonna get him out of here.
Eh?
Let's... He is like severely tired. I guess not that tired, but he's pretty tired. I'm just gonna drop this stuff over here because he'll actually be able to accomplish it, whereas there's no guarantees. So let's take a look. Chill Fog hits perfect. So the Chill Fog is not hitting my characters, but it's hitting all of them. Actually, I guess it's hitting her, right? Excuse me. Maybe it's not hitting her.
Hey.
So we have two near-death mercenaries. We have a badly injured mercenary. We have a near-death mercenary over here. Adair killed this mercenary. We're gonna have him stand
On your
still.
word. Stand.
Oh shit! This guy's turned to face him. That's not good.
Yes?
On your word.
Hey. Hi?
What are you doing? Get back. Oh, so apparently those human skeletons don't have the kinds of resistances that I was expecting them to have. Also, ouch. We have a lot of heavily injured people. And we're in an unfortunate situation here. I'm gonna pull him back.
What?
Pull him back as well. Is that thing rebounding? Oh,
Following
Jesus.
your lead.
Hi? Hey.
Eh?
Okay, so I'm actually gonna go with this. And I'm actually gonna try to knock these guys over one more time.
On your word.
Holy shit! That is a lot of fire running around. So he's prone for 10 more seconds. This guy's prone for 3 seconds. This guy isn't prone at all. Let's fix that. I'm gonna cast a Pillar of Faith on this bastard. This is all right here. We didn't actually fix the problem that we were intending to, but that's okay. Prone for another 0.4 seconds.
What?
So these two are both prone, right? Yes. Oh boy. Let's try to use a thing on him.
Eh?
Missed him. This guy's now flanked. Since I'm not actually going to be tanking multiple enemies now, I'm just going to swap over to this. And I'm going to cast a blessing. Yikes. So he just killed his own ally. What does this do? Yeah. Okay. Stop! I give up! Just leave and I'll go peacefully, alright? Too late. Okay, so we just killed a drug lord mage, and completely unintentionally. We did not intend to fight him at all, but we did, so he's dead, and that's awesome. So one drug lord down.
Eh? Yeah.
And now we should be able to just explore this place.
There.
Go ahead
Done.
and pick this. I just wanted to check to make sure that I wasn't getting a reputation as a thief. I'm not sure exactly how the stealing mechanics work in this game. Alien love song sonnets. So let's find out what's upstairs. Pots are crusted and shut with some unidentifiable gunk.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Whoops. Okay, so there's another group up here. And I cast a blessing immediately. Oh shit.
Yes?
Why is he in the back? Whoa, he just teleported.
Point the way.
He put himself in a really bad
Following your
position.
lead.
Holy crap. That's perfect. Okay, we're gonna cast blindness. We're gonna cast this. I'm gonna knock some of these guys over.
Ready, Watcher.
Hey.
I'm gonna knock this guy down. Oh, never mind, I'm not gonna knock him down. I'm gonna knock down this guy instead.
Following your lead.
I'm gonna have a difficult time dealing damage. Have her pop heal.
Hey.
How much HP does she have? She has 28. She should be okay until she gets this ability off. So we have one near-death mercenary. And once that guy's dead, this guy should be easier to deal with. He is now prone, which means that very good shape here.
On your word.
Ready, Watcher.
Gonna knock him prone again. Nope, maybe not. Oh, look at that crit from midair! Very nice. Alright, so those are all those mercenaries toasted. Ooh, nice. Look at this. Find greatsword, find flail, find spear, find stiletto, find small shield. And a key. Okay, we're gonna take all this stuff, but we are not going to take the key yet. I'll only take the key after I've
Margaret's
tried my
fire
hand at
casts light
picking the
in
lock.
dark places.
It appears as though someone rummaged through this uneven row of books in a hurry. These jars are chipped and cracked as if knocked to the ground and set back in place. Adirian dialects. Okay. Ooh, how much is this worth? 3 each. Nice. That is a lot of money right there. It's gonna pay for my next upgrade. Rite of Walking Shadows.
Let's see what lies this way.
Okay. The most unfortunate tale of Favia and Bernat, of alien tragedy. Okay, this is need to watch, or read rather. Save the game. There's a door here. 5 mechanics and 6 lockpicks, or 6 mechanics. I have neither, so we're just gonna have to open the door the old-fashioned way with a rusty bronze key.
I'm on the trail.
Interesting. Someone has gathered sheets and towels into a makeshift bed. The rumpled fabric is stiff with blood and unwashed sweat. One side of the overturned vase is splotched with crimson. A man lies bound and bloodied on the floor before you. His face has a tapestry of bruises and blood is spattered across several corners of the room. A man cringes and sobs as you approach. Please, gods, please, please no more. I can't take any more. Okay, I'm not here to hurt you. The man pauses, gazing up at you. You're not? Oh, praise Barath, you're not one of his men, are you? You heard all those noises just now? Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Pernice. This is my house. You have to help me. So who was that downstairs? An imposter! Some wizard named Nyrod. He came to my house, tied me up in here, tortured me. And now he and his men have been eating my food, breaking my things, selling Svef inside my own house! I'm gonna go with number 3. I may have hung on to a tiny portion of my supplier's share, but I needed that money. Interesting. I'm gonna go with number 1. He sent over the wizard Nyrod, the man downstairs, to make up the lost copper, I guess, and to hurt me while I was at it. Feels like it's been days. Alright, well, he's already been taken care of. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. You've no idea what you've done for me, but I need to find my love, Kainra, only after whatever Nyrod put her through, I'm afraid she won't be able to give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you. Please, she must be somewhere in the Copper Lane. It's the only home she's known. And please don't tell her about the Svef, about what I do. I can make it worth your while. A discount, perhaps. I'm gonna go with number 2. I know, and I can't force you to keep this secret. I just don't want to lose her. After what happened here, I'm sure she won't have anything to do with Svef, or me if she finds out. I'm gonna go. I said I'll go find her, but I'm not going to lie to her. Can't thank you enough, truly. How I've missed my poor Kainra.
Yeah?
Okay, so this guy's a drug dealer. We tracked him down. We're looking for some woman named Kainra. All the druggies ran off. But yeah, I'm glad that I did that. Like, this seems like the kinds of thing that Aldrea would want to investigate because this
Adair,
guy's...
you have said you fought in the Saints' War, but for which side?
The one that blew up my god.
I didn't mean anything by it. I imagine a man with a head made of fire and light could be very convincing.
Funny thing about Dear Woodens. With all that fire and light, they just treated him like another authority figure.
Laura, Hild, Narna. Narmer, rather. Merchant smiles brightly. Well bet, traveler, are you interested in purchasing any rations? Ooh, dragon meat, eggs, all sorts of cool stuff. We have a lot of money now. Take your time, traveler. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you've come to the right place. Show me what you got. Wow, it's really expensive. Ooh, +1 first level spells, second and third. So that's awesome. That's a really good ring. This is pretty awesome. Wow. So this is a, +10 deflection ring. That would be really good. I'm probably going to just be stacking the ever-loving crap out of deflection on my tank. See how it goes. Big Rune. I think I saw this guy. Big Rune stands behind a stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and his muscles and his arms are knotty and lean, but he holds his weapon with ease. Come to take a look, you won't find a finer collection of armor and blah 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 outside of Sonild's. So what's special about Sonild? She operates in the expedition hall, sells the best equipment in the city, but Wherein keeps her on a short leash. Keeps her fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditionists, not exhibitionists. Members of the dozens and anyone he takes a liking to. Interesting. So members of the dozens have access to the best gear in the whole place. The Dunred Demon. +2 intellect. I'm not going to be reading the descriptions of magic items unless I actually obtain them. Like, I'll read what they do, but I'm not going to read off the description verbally unless I actually pick them up. So, Goose and Fox. You go there. Did I completely bypass that? I think I did. In my rush to just wander around, I ended up passing the Goose and Fox entirely. What's up, guys? So Langdon, Circa, Sluck. Right, everyone knows the plan? Up the wall and in the window. Grab the jewel for the pretty little lord. We got it. Listen, dwarf, if I have to... Langdon, we have company. Guys, you should really be a little more observant when you're plotting your criminal expeditions. Greetings. You, looking for someone? Because this isn't the best. Idiot, they're probably with the Crucible Knights. You made a grave mistake coming here. Wait, really? Oh, okay, You know, I wonder, that guy who just begged for mercy, I probably could have imprisoned him. If I had my prison done, I probably could have chucked him in prison. That's probably what that building is for. I just realized that. So, that's kind of cool. Missed opportunity. Let's see, I'm going to cast a Blessing. I don't know how strong these guys are going to be. But... see, we will Have him charge forward. Whoa, hello. Wow. So my mage is down already. Oh, whoops.
On your word.
And we're gonna pop Sword and Board on him and all this jazz. Hopefully that'll make him a little more likely to survive. We're gonna charge this guy with everybody.
Gani.
I think this is gonna end very badly for me. So we killed Surica. I'm actually gonna toss a heal out. Okay, this is over. So we're just gonna load the quick save. Whoopsie doopsie. Life is hard when you're tired. Hey.
Why not?
Now, is there a better way that I could field this problem? You have a barbarian. Problem is that we're very tired. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send I'll send everybody after this person over here. I'll put the bless right in the middle here. Then stick him. You know what, I'm gonna have him attack as well. Timok's already going. She is not. Let's have her go as well. Okay, so we're gonna try and kill her as quickly as we humanly can. You know what I should do? Let's cast this on this guy since he's been kind enough to separate himself from the pack. So this guy's down, she's down, her animal companion is down. Let's try to make sure that he doesn't go down as well.
This thing isn't doing the job.
So she's down.
What?
That's a lot of unconscious people. Okay, if I hit her one more time, she's dead. So there's no real reason to blow my stuff on her. Instead, let's have him. Crap. And I was wrong. that one more hit did not actually kill her. And because of that, Eldre ended up going down. Whew. This is going to be harder than I thought. Okay, so let's see. There's a barbarian over here.
Sure.
I want to
How
get
may I
everybody in the appropriate positions. So, I want him tanking these guys over here. I'm just going to have him charge this Langdon guy, I think. While the others go to the top here. Save this. We don't have many spells on him. We have plenty of spells on this guy, but his spells aren't really that meaningful. So,
Yeah.
what are we going to do? So we'll save this.
Got it.
Send a dog for it, I guess. Okay, so Pup is going here.
Hey,
He is going to charge.
On your word.
He's going to just go over here. Try and hide. I'm going to cast a blessing first. Oh god. Did she just blow herself up? Surica killed Surica. Crackling Bolt hit Surica for 53 and 35 points of damage. That is hilarious. Good job, lady. That's totally how you want to handle it. Okay. So we're going to try to knock down this Select guy next. And let's see here. I think we can just have everybody attack. Try to use this thing on him. He's knocked down. And he's going to go down very quickly. Okay. He's been annihilated. And now we can just move on to each of the archers in turn.
No problem.
This guy's flanked.
I shall
Girl is flanked, rather.
I think it may be time.
Meanwhile, the two fighters are just
Eh?
going about their business. And there we go. The swarm of melee is just descending on everybody. Okay, so this guy is actually attacking Eldrea now, which I don't like. And now he's unconscious, which I do like. And now he's dead, which he probably dislikes heavily. Okay, so we get another spell book. Ooh, battle axes! Nice! So battle axes deal bonus crit damage. That's really interesting. Battle axes might be particularly good as single
Yeah.
one-handed weapons, because if they deal bonus crit damage, then that would be good. Our contact inside Raymont Manor will leave a second story window ajar. He's confirmed the location of the Heart of the White March and the Hidden Chamber. Get your crew together and head to Brackenbury before Lord Raymont moves the jewel. AD. Okay, that's interesting. It's a fine rapier. We don't need that. A two-story job. Interesting. Learned of a plot to rob Brackenbury nobleman, Lord Raymond, in a letter that describes the plan in detail.
No problem.
So we might want to go find Lord Raymond and tell him. We'll have to find out what kind of person this Lord Raymond guy is. A few bedrolls and spare tunics are bundled in the corner. Long, jagged tears slice across the garden seen in this painting. Probably not a Beauty and the Beast reference.
This won't stop me for long.
Hello. They just hit a couple of rocks. Sad.
Would you look at this?
Trap detected. Muddy boot prints and splotches of ale stain the bedsheets. Boot prints? They're walking around. They're not only walking on their bed, they're walking on the bed in their boots. That's just really rude. I'm sorry, but no. That is,
Yeah.
that is not how you handle beds.
Eh?
Okay, so we didn't loot this guy's corpse, or girl's corpse, and we are ready to move on. We have two people who are super heavily fatigued at this point, but that's okay. We stumbled in on some criminal activity, and we can either put a stop to it or profit off of it, depending on the circumstances involved. We'll probably put a stop to it. That's really more Aldrea's style. We'll pop into the inn finally. Have we completed this entire area? I don't know if we've completed the whole area. Yes, I am. Find out. Moment. So, let's check this house. We haven't gone to the catacombs either. Yeah, there's a person here. Young boy watches the passers-by and counts a grimy handful of coins. His face and arms are smudged with dirt, but except for the grass stains, his clothes are in good condition. As you approach, he blinks and makes a quick, furtive effort to pocket his coins. Hey, miss, you want to know a secret? I know a real good secret. Careful, I've traveled on the continent, and the hardest bargains still come from my 7-year-old. I'm gonna go with number 1. He shrugs and clasps his hand behind his back, kicking a loose pebble. I just saw some folks hiding some really neat things. I could show you where, but Mom and Dad told me not to talk to strangers. But maybe you could help me with something, then we wouldn't be strangers. I love it. The Crucible Knights have these daggers made out of March steel. It's the best steel around except for Durgan steel, which doesn't count because no one makes it anymore. Anyway, there's this merchant over by the Expedition Hall, and he has a dagger made of real March steel. He said he wouldn't sell it to me because I'm a kid and kids don't know anything about daggers, but that's not true. I know lots about daggers. I know about the different kinds of steel, I know how the Crucible Knights make them in the forge. I know that the tip can pierce low-gauge scale armor, and that one that's good and sharp can cut through bone. Well, Jesus, man, this kid knows a lot. See, I know plenty about daggers, and I really, really want this one, and if you could just give it for me, I promise I'll never ever ask for anything ever again. I used to have a knife when I was his age. I don't know of a better way to learn what you should and shouldn't stab. I say we give him a chance. This kid doesn't have parents. This is an urchin. I'd give you 99% odds. He's an urchin and he's a thief. But he's good. And by good, I don't mean in alignment. I mean he seems to have a sharp head about him. So Aldrea would respect this kid by default. Number 2 and number 3 are just responses that she would definitely not do. 4 is too aggressive. I'm definitely going to go with number 1 because it's the closest to. She would probably want more information from this kid about what's really going on, right? Like, get the lowdown because this kid probably knows a lot of stuff on the street. But that's fine. We'll just go with number 1. Gordy jumps up and down, whooping hard. I knew a real adventurer would understand. There's a big merchant over by Admeth's den who sells weapons. He's the one with the dagger. I'll wait right here for you. Something secret. Indeed. So, let's save this. I like this kid, though. I like him already, so Admeth is... Oh, I didn't go to the... Ah, here we go. So yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be going. I'm gonna say number 2. Just like the Crucible Knights use? Let me guess, you've been talking to that kid, right? I'd be tempted to sell it to you anyways and let the little rascal learn his lesson, but a pack of adventurers already took it off my hands. I'm gonna go with number 4. Igrin pauses mid-polish as cloth coming over the blade. A lot of steel passes through my hands, friend. I don't make it my business to ask where it all comes from. Gonna go with number 2. Appreciate the concern, but there's no need to worry. I keep my nose clean enough. Gonna go with number 2. Actually, I'm gonna go with number 3. Made a high purity iron ore that comes out of the White March Mountains. Traditionally, the smiths of the Crucible Keep have smelted into daggers and swords, which they only give to the Knights of the Crucible. Of course, I'd be surprised if the kid didn't already tell you all this. Gonna go with number 2. Folk like that'll only visit Copperlane to crew up at Admeth's Den Expedition Hall or down a pint at the Goose and Fox. And since they weren't headed for the den, well, you've got my best guess. Interesting. So now we have a strong reason to go over to the inn. I was actually intending to visit all of the areas here, except maybe not the catacombs. But it's fine. We'll go to the expedition hall later. I don't know what it is. Maybe they'll send me on adventures, real certified adventures. Immediately reminded of Grandia, the Adventurers Guild. This Stilgar's pelt is thick with dust and moss. The plaque below the pelt beast reads Maiden Falls 2682. Bishop. That's great. Mispronouncing Bishop for the fun of it. So, that miserable bastard. Oh, is this what I think it is? Oh, this is Cainra. Good. Woman sits by herself, spinning something on the table in front of her and watching it with furious intensity. It's about the size of a coin and it wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. She snatches it up with one hand and slams a half-empty cup down on the table with the other. This is not a good time. I'm gonna go with number 1. Cainra stills, looks up to you suspiciously, and you notice purpling bruises blossoming along her cheekbone. Oh, and what does that brute want to tell me? This isn't a lie. This is 100% factual. I had no idea Pernus Key. Damn it, how could I trust him after something like this? That he's lied for me this long. Well, I don't know how long he's done it. I don't know how long. I should just be glad I found out before the wedding. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with number 2 because number 1 is bullcrap, but number 2 is the first thing that he thought of when he got out of there was this girl. Like, he wasn't even like unbound, right? And he's immediately going, shit. That guy really messed up my love life. So I'm gonna go with number 2. Perhaps you're right. If he's willing to give it up, we can work this out. Seems worthwhile to give him a chance anyway. Oh, and take this. Picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. Wow. So we got some serious experience here. Major adventure added. The quest expires in 2 days. What is this? What does this mean? Rewards 500 to 1,000 copper and treasure. Okay, so let's figure out what this does.
Eh?
Interesting. I'm gonna head back to my stronghold just so that we can do this. I don't know how this whole thing works, but let's try it out. I don't want to just stand around here if I'm gonna lose out on some cool adventure thing. It'll take 22 hours. So before I do that, I am actually going to go over here. And I'm going to look for those mercenaries with a dagger. I really wish that I had made Eldoria Barbarian, by the way. I think that it would complement the group structure that I have right now very well. Actor. Dwarf in the Orland debate philosophy. Oh. Debating philosophy. I'll just clear this mission. Hurry, Cliff Dragon! I like the music.
How do you do?
Man behind the bar is nearly the size of a Hama. A handle protrudes from his back. A handle? And his face is set in a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink? There's a tiny pewter cup in front of him. He turns it in one broad hand but doesn't drink from it. Number 1. I haven't seen anything like that cross my bar, that's for sure. But I wouldn't wager against someone here having a blade like that. Check upstairs. I saw a group head that way not long ago, carrying plenty of steel. Number 4. Name's Bishop. Used to be a scholar of Barath. Now I run the Goose and Fox and keep the regulars in line. Ah. He has the handle of a warhammer. That's what he has. How'd you go from religion to taverns? The journey isn't as long as you'd think. It started with Hollowborn, and with this. He takes a black bottle from under the bar and fills the pewter cup. It was my sister's son. At the beginning of Waidwin's legacy, he was one of the first. I never expected there would be so many after him. Tragedy is part of the cycle, but it's followed by rebirth. Yet every year, more parents are grieving for their Hollowborn children, and the gods were silent. I go to number 3. Barath promises reverse, cycles, but the only cycle I found was this one. Have a drink, have another, and another until I couldn't remember how I got home. Wake up, come back. Finally, I woke up one day to see my family had packed up and left. For all I know, they'd left days before and I just hadn't noticed, but they were gone, so I came here. I've cleaned up since then. Not that I found my answers, but I've stopped asking questions. Number 5. It was founded in the early days of Deerwood and Independence by a traveling scholar by the name of Errol of Levy. He wanted a place where kith of all backgrounds could gather and hash out the issues facing their new country. Didn't take long for the place to fill up. Brackenbury aristocrats argued with dock workers from Gift, while soldiers wrangled with politicians. Deerwoodans have never been known to turn down an argument. So what happened next? Soon kith were coming from farms and settlements too. This place got even more popular with the Valian sailors than the Salty Mass, and that was the problem. No matter what people say about fair-mindedness and civil debate, there's only so much people will tolerate. Arrow found himself on the wrong side of an argument with a wrong Thane, and when he disappeared a few days later, some said it was the work of that Thane. But Arrow knew which way the wind was blowing. If you ask me, he skipped town, hid out somewhere, hoping for rational minds to prevail in Defiance Bay. If only he could see it now. Interesting. So let's go upstairs, talk to these adventurers. I don't foresee having to fight them because we're just gonna go ask about the dagger and see if we can buy it off of them. If we can't, then no big deal. So, Dreadshot Dayton.
Hail and well met.
An Orlan man relaxes his feet propped on the table. Patches of dark brown skin peek out from under a full mane of blue-green hair. He and the Orlan woman with him exchange laughs and comments about the tree, and he spins a dagger in his hand. You look like you've all seen it a night or two in the wilds. Joining us for a drink? Let me go with number 1. Displays the blade on a flat palm. I did, and a fine piece it is. I don't know of any more circulating the city outside the seal and crucible keep, of course. I'm gonna go with number 2. Turns the blade, light admiring it. Seeing as how there's sudden demand for this, 100 pond seems fair. I'm actually going to go with number 1. Can't be too careful around the authorities these days, especially as an Orlan. Fine, I'll sell it, but not for less than 50. I'm getting my money back at the very least. Yeah, that makes sense. Deal. Pleasure doing business with you. Something else you wanted? Who are all you? Name's Two-Tone Weaksel. Laid next to me is Key. We've had our fun with the expeditions, but we were hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet, for the next few weeks anyway. I'm Dreadshot Dayton. This is Hurdy and Ilfa. We were part of a separate expedition team, so we suffered losses and decided to band together. Beasts, barbarians, Beowalks, it's a dangerous time to be an adventurer, but a prosperous one too. And there's so many more... And here's to many more prosperous journeys. Something else you wanted? No? But yeah, if he didn't want to sell it, then that would just suck to be the kid. And if he had stuck with his original deal of 100, I probably would have taken it. It's relatively cheap for me, and Aldred would be very interested in that kid, so it would be a worthy investment for her, I think, because she wants to get her ear near the ground, you know. Okay, so we're just gonna head downstairs. We're gonna turn this dagger into the kid. Let's take a look at this dagger, actually. Was it added to my stash? That's weird. Why would it deal slashing damage? It doesn't do slash or pierce, it just does slashing. Which is weird, because I mean, you can stab with a dagger. Do I have another dagger I can compare it to? Stiletto. Stilettos do its only pierce. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to... I mean, you could definitely stab someone with a dagger. I mean, it's got a pointy end. Anyway, that's sort of odd, but we'll survive. What's up, kid? Gordy bounces on the pavement. Did you get it? Do you have the dagger? Can I see it? I'm gonna go to number 1. It's so sharp. Here you go. Snatches out of the air, heedless of anything else. He yanks it out of its sheath and holds the blade up to the light. I'm gonna be just like the Crucible Knights! He flips the weapon in the air and grabs the hilt, almost slicing his palm open in the process. His arms dart away from yours as he sheathes the dagger. So, about that secret. I saw one of the actors hide something under a loose stone near the theater. Probably nothing as good as March Steel Dagger, though. Okay, well, thanks for telling me, Gordy. Bye. So, let's hope that he doesn't get himself killed. I might have... what's the word? Misjudged, shall we say, the character of that kid.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Because when I first saw him, he was palming money, which would indicate to me that he's a thief. But I guess it could also
I'm
be
on the trail.
indicative that he's actually rich.
Look at this.
There we go. Oaken Scarab figurine. There you go. Crumbled those and shredded flyers float on the waters. Okay, so we're gonna head out. We're gonna go back to our place. And that'll... we only have 2 minutes left, so that'll probably be very close to the end of our thinger.
I could use a wee kip.
I could
Eh?
use a wee kip. Okay, so let's go into the stronghold thing and see how this works. I'm gonna dismiss these two for now. So only one companion can be assigned to these things. I'm gonna send Aloth because finishes on turn 10. What does that even mean? Holy crap! So turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, turn 7. I don't know what these turns are, but I'm making lots of money off of them, so... okay, that's the alarm. Cool. So we are going to rest at the inn before we leave. Oh, whoops, did I not? Let's get him back in the party. Now, the reason that I sent Aloth on that adventure is that I figure that he's a bit more self-sufficient in some ways. Sending a fighter is... he's only going to be able to fight, right? And he can do some stuff that involves, you know, raw brute strength, but in general, he's not going to be able to do everything. Whereas if you send a wizard has all sorts of skills that they can utilize to potentially complete things. So we can give +1 survival or +1 dexterity. Just gonna do this. Now, we are going to be somewhat limited in combat. Oh, Sagani saunters over to you, stretching her legs. She holds a pouch of deer jerky in one hand and offers it to you as she takes a seat across from you. Itumak looks on hungrily. Long day. She bends one arm behind her back, reaching up until you hear a pop. Just wanted to see how you're holding up. You seem to have a lot of long nights. I'm going to go well enough. It's a relief I was following an Audra bear before. I'd hate to find out my situation had gotten worse. She folds her arm over one knee. Look, it's been a while since I had a hunting party, but we're in this together now, and even if we're hunting for different things, we're still hunting together. She takes a hunk of dried meat from her pouch and bites a long strip from it. Utumak licks his lips and she tosses him the rest. I don't understand what exactly is happening to you, but I'll help you find Theos, same as your help. Theos, huh? Same as you're doing for me. Who's Theos? Is Theos the person I'm looking for? Good to know. So I wonder if all of those beds can be can be filled with
You must gather.
my adventurer friends. I also want to check, what am I building? I should probably check. Oh, I completely forgot. The alarm went off. So that's going to be it for tonight, and next time we will continue on with this.